Hello, hello, hello. It's that time again. It's coffee time, where I go on the Daily Mail website and look at the news and just try and make sense of what's happening in the world. Do we really need to do this anymore? No, we don't. What's the top story? Well, the Daily Mail running with the Eva Green story, where she was part of a science fiction film that didn't happen, and she's suing them for $1 million. But one of the writers of the film claims that Eva, or was it Eva? Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's claimed that she would rather eat tumours than make the movie, and that she deliberately scuppered the film with her unreasonable demands. If you read back again, when the film was first being made, lots of top stars were attached to it, and that's how they got her on board. And then those stars fell away. And it's going to be interesting to see what the outcome is. Meanwhile, Sam Smith, he's, again, you look at the world and go, how the hell do people have music careers? Is in the middle of a controversy for his new music video. Again, the music video is I'm Not Here to Make Friends. It's not particularly good, but everyone's saying it's too raunchy. And is it wrong? I don't know. I mean, again, when Frankie Goes to Hollywood did the Golden Shower bit in Relax, it was funny. When he did it, it makes you feel icky, doesn't it? Really. I think more people should be more complaining about him promoting morbid obesity. I mean, it's not a good look, is it? He'd give was it Chubby Checker a run for his money. Chubby Checker was a play on Fats Domino. Did you know that? Now you know that. Anyway, it's just it's just not. In the old days, in the 80s, right? In the 80s and the 90s, when we did raunchy stuff, it was kind of fun. When he does it, it just makes you feel like you need a bath, It just feels... Ugh. But hey, positivity. Meanwhile, Richard Madeley's had to apologise for misgendering Sam Smith because, I don't know, he's a bloke. Can't change it. We live in a supreme time of stupid. It's oh God, I'm really hoping that this will pass, but I don't think it will. What else have we got? Oh dear. Here we go. This is it. If you're going through marriage difficulties, if you're going through divorce, Mrs. can't get rid of me. She can't get rid of me. Who will deal with all the important stuff? Yeah, so you can't get rid of me. Holding you to ransom. But a business expert argued, right, if you were going through a marriage breakup or a divorce or any kind of personal problem, you should give the worker more work to do to distract them. Because there have been calls for divorce leave, because you get leave for bereavement and things like that. But yeah, Tina Knight, who's a business consultant, said I've had many employees go through divorces and worse. Sitting at home moping doesn't help. And here's just a little thing of the thing. So yeah, give them more work. Get back to work. Don't sit at home feeling sorry for yourself. She was presented with a Women in Business Award by Margaret Thatcher in 1988. There you go. Again, I think everybody needs time off, for in moments of crisis. Not just divorces, but it can be, you have bereavement, you can have illness, like somebody else's illness. Put you under stress. I think we need to be a little bit more. We talk about mental health and things like that. We need to be a bit more sensitive to that. Meanwhile, this is the ongoing story of Graham Wilding. Here he is. He's looking pleased with himself. Again, I don't know if we've mentioned this story in the past. We might have done. We might not have done. I find it hard to remember things because I'm old. But yeah, he's an accountant who has built Britain's best man cave. Apparently, this is his home in Cirencester in Gloucestershire. He built a 10,000 square foot extension at the rear of his home in 2014 without applying for permission. And it's basically he's built a leisure complex. I mean, who'd want to live in a leisure complex? I personally think it's pretty ugly. It's got its own bar, bowling alley, cinema. Here it is from the sky. And he could be going to... Again, here's a better picture of it. He could be going to prison because he won't take it down. He's done it without planning permission. Here he is relaxing in his home cinema. But yeah, he's if you want to have a flutter, but it's not particularly nice, is it? It's a bit ugly. But yeah, he's facing a spell in the clink because he keeps refusing to knock it down. He was already jailed in August last year for failing to comply with a court order, and he was given 18 weeks from the date of his release from prison to comply, and he still hasn't done it. And the deadline passed on Friday. There have been sights of removal vans outside his home, but no evidence. Here they are. Here's the removal van. Maybe he's going to go on the run, but no evidence of him ripping down the giant structure. It's crazy. Good news for leaseholders. Michael Gove is vowing to upgrade the leasehold laws. Need a massive upgrade, and it's give powers to people, the leaseholders whose landlords have gone AWOL, gone missing. This would be good for your friend, Mrs. So yeah, there's a big thing out there. There's sometimes the freeholder of a property can just disappear, evaporate, and if you want things fixed or done, you can't get anything done if you're a leaseholder. And Gove says you'll be able to take ownership, but of course, will he actually manage to do it? I remember one of his predecessors, and I forget the guy's name, was talking about changing the cost of upgrading your lease because it's prohibitively expensive, and they wanted to upgrade that, but have to wait and see if he can do it. As the things with government is, things take a long time to push through, and by the time they get close to getting it, there's either a change in government, well, you've seen what we've had with this lot of idiots, or there's an election and a change in government. So it'll be interesting if Gove can actually but yeah, here he is talking about how unfair leaseholding is. But we're leaseholders. We leased it from the local council. But yeah, it'd be good if there was some more powers given to us folk. Meanwhile, who remembers Caressa the Dick? Why you know Caressa the Dick? Here she is. She quit. Do you remember? She quit and left Mark Rowley. He's the new head of the Met, but she wanted £500,000 to stand down as Met Commissioner. Yeah, it's emerged that was her demands. And you've got to remember, she was responsible for a string of scandals when she was in charge. It says here that she had a 4-year tenure. It feels like she was controlling the Met for about 40 years, But yeah, under Freedom of Information legislation, it was discovered that communication between her and Khan, she wanted half a mil to walk it. All right, but you must remember, again, I've always said she should never have been in the job in the first place, because this woman is the person who gave the kill command for the murder of Jean-Charles de Menezes at Stockwell Station back in 2005. But in this country we have a habit of promoting the useless. Yeah. Useless. What else have we got? Here you go. This is interesting. Thames Water, which services nearly 15 million homes, have revealed that some of the technology that they use to find leaks, are quite bonkers. Yeah, they still use divining rods or dowsing to locate leaks. True. It's an old, it's an old wives' tale. It's again witchcraft. But the idea is that you hold 2 sticks loosely in your hand, and when you walk over water, either an underground stream or a leak, they twitch or cross each other. That's what dowsing is. And Thames Water still employ dowsing techniques to. No wonder they can't find any leaks, because it doesn't actually work. It's been, I think, scientifically proven. Again, some people say it works, some people say it doesn't. But yeah, they use divining rods to find leaks. Do you get the feeling? Surely there must be some technology, something that there must be a scanner that can scan for moisture. I'm sure that there must be. Meanwhile, we're in the courts. This is Ferenc Sumegi. You say Sumegi, I say. Anyway, he lives in Berkshire. 49-year-old. He apparently strained his back lifting a fish tray at Heathrow, where he worked as an airport chef, and the unbearable ongoing pain meant he had to use sticks or crutches to walk, and spent 18 hours a day lying down. Here he is. No evidence of sticks, but he's holding a mobile phone. Okay. He was taking his employer, airport caterer Gate Gourmet, to court, suing them, right, for £2.2 million, because he said, hold me back, I'm unable to walk. But yeah, the court threw his claim out because he was pictured kayaking. Oops. That wasn't very good, was it? Yeah. They went, no, you look alright to us. Yeah. Evidence emerged of him kayaking, carrying his kids on his shoulders, and throwing sticks for his pet dog. There you go. So instead, the judge handed him £75,000 costs that he has to pay. So, yeah, not very smart. Not very smart. Yeah, this is Boris Johnson, our beloved leader. Don't worry, he's coming back. Hasta la vista, baby. He's coming back one day. Our beloved leader, Boris Johnson, will return. But in a recent interview, he made some very startling claims about Vladimir. He said he threatened me at one point and said, "Boris, I don't want to hurt you, but with a missile, it would only take a minute." Wow! So now you know why Boris is so, into the Ukraine war, and it's personal. But Russia has responded and accused Boris of lying. It didn't happen, I reckon. It didn't happen. The Kremlin said he was lying. I don't know. Now, normally I'd say, yeah, Boris lies, but I don't know. I think in this case, I think there might be an element of truth to it. What do you reckon? I mean, you got a liar and a gangster. I don't know which one to believe. But Boris wouldn't lie about that, would he? But I would imagine Putin saying something like that, wouldn't you? Yeah. Meanwhile, at the BBC, going to the BBC, this big controversy. Yeah. At new broadcasting house in Westminster, there's some bad things going afoot. And apparently newsreaders and journalists have revealed that there is a mystery thief on the premises. Yes, there's a thief on the premises stealing their lunch. Yeah, can you, who'd have thought? They've stolen their lunch, and there's some pictures of them with their missing lunch. Have you seen this lunch? Looks tasty, and they've taken to putting notes on the fridge. This woman's Thai green curry has been stolen. Does she want it back? I don't know. But there you go. Be careful. Don't leave your lunch at the BBC. Oh, more court news. This is Keith Hardley, right? And what you're seeing here, you're seeing him scratching a £75,000 Lexus. Yeah, there he is. Sorry, £60,000 Lexus. Apparently he was jealous of Marius Christen's new car and damaged it out of spite. And this is amid a row over a residents' association. Yeah. Shocking behaviour. Tensions between Ardley and Mr. Christen have been building after the victim moved to the flats and tried to set up a residents' association. Ardley, who's partially deaf and blind, was prosecuted for causing £1,000 criminal damage to Mr. Christen's car. Good job he had it on video. The defendant denied defence, insisted in court he never tells lies. But Jason Spellman, the prosecutor, said we have CCTV that clearly shows the defendant scoring lines into the car. Yeah. Magistrates found Ardley guilty after seeing the video footage, and he was ordered to pay Mr. Christen £1,000 compensation and £620 to cover the costs of the trial. There you go. Don't be naughty, because there are cameras everywhere. Cameras everywhere. Not good. I can't do that story. Oh boy. Can't do that story. Got any other ones? Pretty miserable. Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is a mysterious swirl that appeared in the night sky. What do you think of that? Whoa, look at that. I wonder what it is. Is it a UFO? Oh, are the aliens visiting? It happened over Hawaii, and it baffled sky gazers. Wonder what could it have been? Well, this happened last Wednesday, and what that was, it was the aftermath of a SpaceX rocket launch. Yeah, Elon Musk was sending his rockets up to launch another GPS satellite for the US Space Force, and the remnants of it caused that amazing swirl in the sky. Yeah, good, isn't it? And here's a picture of it. Here is a picture of it going out, of the rocket actually going up. Wow, that's a lovely photograph, that. But yeah, there you go. It's not aliens. We're all right, folks. They wouldn't want anything with us. And we're going to have some sad news here. This is the story of David Chen from Vancouver. That's in Canada. He planned a fun day for his 6-year-old son's birthday party. And they were going to put on a whole spread, and he'd hired a huge indoor playground. Here you go. But unfortunately, only one person turned up, and here's Max with his birthday cupcake. Yeah, only one person turned up from the invitations he sent out. Yeah, no RSVPs. He sent 19 invitations out. He said he tweeted, "No RSVPs, just crickets. I couldn't back out and disappoint my kid and the one classmate who came." So he still hired it, and they went ahead with the party. But yeah, the thing is Max is on the autistic spectrum, and I'm not saying that that's the reason, but it's probably the reason. But when the story broke, Mr. Chen told Global News Canada that some of the parents apologised and claimed that the email invite had got in their spam inbox and wasn't seen. So there you go. You're all right. That's the excuse I use when I ignore bills. Went in my spam. But there you go. Hopefully Max didn't have too bad a day. Hopefully I still had fun, eh? But it can be very difficult. There's an awful lot of ableism out there. It's hidden though. You don't see it unless you're on the other side of it, if you know what I mean. Where are we got? Have we done enough yet? Meanwhile, let's have a meltdown. This is João Paulo de Costa. He's a dog breeder from Criciúma, Brazil, and he was travelling to the Philippines with 5 of his Papillon Spaniels to participate in a canine beauty contest. Yeah, those he was well. They couldn't fight. They got a bit lost, apparently, and this resulted in him having a bit of a meltdown. Yeah, it's not a good look, is it? Have some decorum. Yeah, he arrived in Turkey, but yeah, he couldn't see his 4 pets who flew out with him. I guess they was being examined or something. But here he is before the meltdown. Bit bonkers, isn't it? It's a bit bonkers. What's that all about? Have we got any other? Let's see. So we've had the crazy man. Nah, that's a bad one. Meanwhile, here's a story of Sheba and Teddy, both 7-year-old collie crosses. So they've got a combined age of 34. And they've finally found their forever home. This is the Dogs Trust in Evesham, Worcestershire. Here they are. They've found their forever home. Sue Lewis stepped in to look after them. Yeah. I'm sick of reading these stories, because after Hannah passed, I spent a whole week applying to the various dog charities, and well, I'm still waiting for a reply. Still waiting. Never heard anything back from them, because, since the COVID nonsense, instead of phoning up, making an appointment and going and visiting, it's like no visits, by appointment only. Fill in this email form, that you send in, and if you're lucky, we'll choose a dog for you. No, don't work like that. So I'm still not. I think it's a load of bullshit myself. And as for Battersea, my application's still pending, because they've got an electronic one, and you can see if anyone's read it, and it's still just sitting there. Nothing is happening. So instead, I went private and did my own rescue privately from somebody who couldn't cope with the dog. Meanwhile, Russell Davis, who's doing Doctor again, hits out at rubbish modern woke scriptwriters who are obsessed with diversity rather than loving television. If you want to look at the face of a moron, there it is. And what kind of character have you got in this up and coming Doctor Who special in November? That ticks all the diversity boxes, Mr. Davis. Yeah. Can't write women. Not very good at writing for women. Oy, 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 oy. What else have we got? I think that's it. I think I've done enough. Yeah, looks like I've done enough. Meanwhile, let's have a look at some dogs catching treats. We're going to end with some animals. These were these pictures were captured by German professional dog photographer Christian Wieler. That's what I want to do. I want to be a professional dog photographer. I'd like that. But he's got a technique that he uses. What he does is he throws treats at the dogs and lets them catch. So he catches them in mid-gulp. And the expressions on their faces are rather fantastic. I think it's great. He's really... Again, if you're feeling a bit down, just stare at these pictures for a bit. I think he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know, what am I doing? That's what Hannah looks like when she comes for me. She loves me, really. That looks like Hannah when she comes for me. Sorry, Layla. I got the names mixed up. She's over there at the moment. We can do dog cam. Let me just move it. I'm getting my dogs mixed up. Can't do like that when you drop the camera on the floor. I'm now going to manually hold the camera, and there you can see. There she is. She give me the evil eye. When will she attack? We'll never know. But yeah, she has a temper tantrum. Oh, look at those three boys. He's doing three at once there. But yeah, it's one way of getting the dog's attention, isn't it? And getting a unique picture at the same time. There we go. We'll end on that one. A lovely doggy picture bonanza for you there. Let's see if there's anybody in the chat. I doubt if there is. 11 people in. Crikey, it's almost a party. Robert's in. This is afternoon. Yeah, afternoon, my dear. Thomas is in. It says, my dad used to work for Thames Water in the Hampton Control Centre. With what greedy company they tell people to turn off their hoses while they're losing millions of litres of treated water a day. Yeah, again, round where I live, we constantly have leaks, constantly, all the time. And on the school route, there was one leak. Again, it's still leaking. We went that way recently with the dog. And in 8 years, they couldn't fix it. Every year they'd dig it up. All along Traps Hill, you can look it up on the map. All along Traps Hill, they were digging it up every, I don't know, sometimes 3 or 4 times a year. Once he was hiding, he was in a bush. I guess he was using his dowsing rods, but Thames Water just, I don't know, incompetent. Thomas says Boris lies about everything, and I mean everything. Putin is telling the truth. I don't know, Thomas. I think I believe Boris in this instance. Are you gonna take the side of a murdering Russian despot over our lovely fluffy-haired Boris? You're gonna wish you never gave me that £2, Tom. You're gonna wish you never gave me that £2. I'm gonna make you suffer for that now. Make you suffer. You're gonna say I'm never giving him any more money. Never giving him any more. I don't know. I think again Boris says it in an interview to camera, and I don't think he'd ever lie. Not to camera. I don't think he'd lie. Anyway, that's the end. That was the end. I think I've done enough damage. Killing the channel one video at a time. That was the news, whether you like it or not. Don't forget, folks, you got to drink it up. Ta-da!